Yeah. Good evening to one and all. Am I audible, Rajat? Yeah. So I'm going to share the screen. Okay. Yeah. Is it visible in a full slide mode?
हाँ सर कंटाले
Okay, okay, yeah, thank you. In the last class, now we have covered the some of the important portion of the basic forestry. Okay, so mainly we have concentrated on the reproduction as well as some of the like phenology portion, and also some of the information relating to the roots, especially the adventitious roots, and also we have covered the portion related to the stem buttresses, fruiting, and everything. Okay, so next and very important aspect in our basic forestry is the uh, like uh, yeah. So next one is called as a the canopy density. Okay. So in the canopy density, no. So what is actually simple meaning of the canopy density? The canopy density generally it's a relative completeness of a canopy. Sir. Okay. It's a simple definition. It's a relative completeness of a canopy. Okay. Suppose if you are taking this is a one tree. Okay. As in this is a one tree. Okay. And there is a, another tree here. Okay. So this is a canopy will be how the canopy is actually closed. Okay. Here if you there is a if there is a complete closed, no, that will be considered as a closed canopy. If there is a canopy cover of there is a if there is a if there is a moderate canopy closure, that will be called a dense, and if it is still lower in nature, that will be called a thin. Like this there is a the classification. Okay, it's a relative completeness of a canopy. Okay, and this will be generally expressed considering the complete canopy, whatever we are taking the complete canopy, no, that will be taken as a one. Okay, you can see here the complete taking the closed canopy as a unity one. We will going to take it as a one, and based upon we will going to classify the rest of the things. Okay, and this is expressed in a like in a decimal coefficient like 0.75 to 0.75, 0.50, and all those things. Okay, so next one is that there are different classification in the canopy density. So one is called as a when you want to say that it's a closed canopy, the density must be one. Just a complete. It must be closed in nature. Okay, like this, it must be closed. Okay, that is the one thing. And next one is called as a dense canopy. Okay, so dense canopy, if you want to say the dense canopy, so the density must be 0.75 to the 1.0. Next one is called a thin canopy density. So that is actually the 0.50 to 0.75. Okay. Next one is called as the open canopy. If it is the density is if it is less than 0.5, that will be called as a the open canopy. Okay. All these four classification of the canopy densities are very important. Okay. And in the most of our exam, no, whatever you are the JRF exam or SRF exam, no, so they will going to focus mainly on the like closed canopy as well as the like dense canopy. Okay, so that is the one thing you need to give an attention. Okay, so next actually we are focusing upon the another aspect, another some of the like basic information like called a lignotubers. Okay, so in the lignotubers, no, most of our students that they aware that is a way in which species actually it is found. Okay, okay, if you observe here, these are it is observed mainly in the eucalyptus plant. In the base of the stem, no, there is actually called as a some small swelling. Okay, you can see here there is a swelling in the base of the stem. Okay, so that is actually kind of a the mass of vegetative buds are there in that portion, and also there is a vascular tissues as well as there is a it's also portion for the like it is having the it can hold the like food reserves. Okay, so that is actually the main this node. Okay, tuber. Okay, in that actually the lignotubers, no, these are all actually the organs that develop as a swelling in the axils of the cartilage. Okay, this is the axils of the cartilage. So there is a swelling. Okay, so in the catenary and also and early seedling nodes, they're all the early stages. Okay, and it comprises of the vegetative birds will be there, vascular tissue will be there, as well as the food reserves. Okay, so this is they will in the exam. No, they will going to ask you the lignotubers are found mainly in found in which of the following species. Okay, so that is actually the eucalyptus is the main species where actually we will go to find the like lignotubers. Okay, please remember the example. Okay, yeah. So that is the one thing you need to remember. Next one is called again in the last class. Now I have we have covered the some of the portion of the stag headed. Okay, so in the stag headed, I have mentioned that so there will be a dead branch will be in the upper portion, and in the green branches that will be in the lower portion. Okay, so this is actually I have taken a one Google photo. There you can able to see the stag headed. I can say image. Okay, you can see here the dead branches. Branches are projecting above the, okay, this is projecting above the green branches. Okay, this is actually it is actually happen when there is a like a adverse side factor, or if there is a higher parasitic condition to the upper portion, no, this will be completely dead. It looks like a dead. Okay, and in the Google, no, they have given that if it may be due to the it may be mainly due to the disease attack. Okay, so that is one of the image. If you see this image, you can able to remember the what is the simple meaning of the stagnated. Okay, that is the one thing you need to remember. And next one is called as a, we have also discussed the portion related to the roots. In that actually I have told you we have mentioned the one of the very big ficus bengalensis plant in the botanical survey of India. It is located at the Kolkata. Okay, so there actually you can able to see the, so this is actually by ficus bengalensis in the our BSI garden. Okay, botanical survey of India, it is the campus. Okay, so in that actually you can able to see that these are all actually the this is only the single plant. Okay, so from this one we are getting the like numerous the prop fruits. Okay, these are all actually the prop fruits, which is mainly for the supporting the main branches and everything. Okay, so that is the one thing you need to remember the, so what is the, which are the example for the prop fruits. Okay, so that is actually whatever we have covered now, that is actually your the major basic forestry portion. Okay, so in the forest now we have covered the roots, stem, leaves, phenology, as well as your reproduction, some kind of a like canopy classification, crown classification, as well as the canopy density classification. And also we have covered the portion related to the your like what is called as what is the seedling, sapling, and those stages. Okay, and now we will going to solve some of the basic questions before going to the next topic. Okay, so the question is like the mangrove species have the which type of fruits which help for the respiration. Okay, so most of you are aware that there's a mangrove species having the nematophores. Okay, there actually that is going to help for the respiration. The still roots, it is for the mainly the from the main branches we will going to get like this. We will going to get the prop roots, as I mentioned in the ficus bengalensis. The buttressous roots, no? Buttressous roots are the like it's a swelling in the bud tent portion. Okay, that is the one thing you need to remember. So the answer for this question is the nematophores. Okay. So next second question is in desert area. Okay, in desert area, you the which kind of roots which helps to get the water from the deeper layer. Okay. So the answer is, as most of you are aware, the phytophytic roots are the roots which I can say help in the arid condition or in the semi-arid condition to get the water from the deeper layer. Okay, so that's the one thing you need to remember. So the answer is C here. Okay, so next one is actually the next one is called a third question. Dash is generally formed in the tropical condition. Okay, so which of the thing will be generally formed in the tropical condition, which helps to support the main stem. Okay, so please remember. So there is a standard definition is there, but this is the application part. Okay, so the here actually the mainly the buttressous roots. Oh, it's already came there. So the buttressous roots are the roots which are developed in the like, tropical condition, which helps to support the main stem. Okay, that is the one thing you need to remember. Okay, next one, the most of your very simple question. The ficus bengalensis trees, no, having the which type of aerial roots? That's the prop roots. Okay, please remember this is one of the very important example for prop roots. Okay, so the answer is A here. So next one is called as a next one is next question is dash are the roots which are produced from the parts of the plants other than the radical. Please remember. So other than the radical is very important. Okay, other than the radical, we expect the adventitious roots. Which are the example for adventitious roots? One is called as a like what is called as prop roots, stilt roots. These are all actually comes under your adventitious roots. Okay, so please remember that this is one of the very important question. Okay, so the answer is B here. So next one is called as a So next question is the which of the following species are example for the deciduous trees? Okay, so if you remember here, no, Mangifera indica, this belongs to the evergreen tree. Abies spindro, it's also belong to the evergreen tree, and Citrus deodar also comes under your evergreen tree. Okay, and Melia dubia is a plant which comes under your the deciduous. Okay, and Melia dubia it actually belongs to the Meliaceae family. There, in that, no, the leaves will be shed in a particular season. Okay, the plant will be the leafless in particular season. Generally, in the month of in between in between December to February will be this plant will be leafless. Okay, milled by that's what it is called as a the deciduous trees. This is deciduous tree. So the answer is D here. Okay. So next question is. Uh, you can see here, due to many factors, the clear bole of the tree, you can say this is a clear bole. Okay, due to some several factors, due to many factors, the clear bole of the tree again develops a small branches, again develop a small branches from the dormant buds. What it is actually called as? Okay, I mentioned in the earlier classes, it is actually called as a epicarpic branches. Okay, please remember it's very, very, very important. From the epic, in the from the dormant buds, now we expect the some kind of a new branches in the when they get the suitable condition, there is a development of a the new branches. Those branches are called as a the epicarpic branches. Okay, so that is the one thing you need to remember. So after this one, there are actually some of the questions. Yeah. So there is an eighth question. We want to see this one. So there are. I'm going to read the question. There are outgrowths formed usually vertically above the lateral roots, thus connect base of the stem with the roots. Okay, you can see here. This is a vertical, okay, stem, and here now the stem the base of the stem will be connected with the root of what it is actually called as. Okay, so if you apply your concept, no, that actually belongs to your the buttresses roots. Okay, you can see here that will going to connect the the base of the stem with the roots. Okay, that's the one thing you need to remember. Then what is the meaning of the fluting here? The fluting, so the answer is here the B. Okay, then what is the meaning of the fluting here? The fluting means actually there will be, suppose this is a stem, supposing this is a stem in the normal stem, but in the fruiting condition, what will going to happen? There is a irregular swelling, involution going to that takes place. Look like this, there will be swelling and involutions in the tree stem. That will be called as your the fluting. Okay, please remember these are all very, very important definitions. Okay, so next one is called as a very one of the very important ecological interaction called as a like one of the very important organisms like mycorrhiza. Okay, the mycorrhiza association with the tree species, which actually what is a kind of this interaction? Okay, so that is actually in the mycorrhiza, no, that is actually mainly found on the root system of the like upper plants, or you can say some of the like vascular plants. Okay, so those actually they're having the like the mycorrhiza that is having the positive interaction. Okay, so this microarrays, it will helps to solubilize the phosphorus. Okay, please remember it's very, very important. So microarrays it will going to help the I can say uh, phosphorus solubilization of phosphorus, and in turn that will going to get the food from the tree. Okay, food as well as the shelter in from the tree. Okay, so that's what it is. Phosphorus, this is ones from mycorrhiza, and shelter and the food from the tree. Okay, so both the species will going to get the benefit. Okay, that's what it is comes under symbiotic association, or you can also call it as a the mutualistic association. Okay, so the both the species will going to get the uh, benefit. That's what it is listed under the plus plus. Okay, so where you will going to get the plus minus, this is actually where you will going to get the, suppose if there is a lion which is going to have the prey of it is going to for food and everything, it is going to kill the what is called your deer and all those things. Okay, that is actually your the plus minus. Okay, and minus minus you will going to get where there is a the competition. Okay, where there is a competition, no, there actually you will going to get the minus minus interaction. And another is called as a minus zero. Okay, this is actually comes under your allelopathic, or you can also allelopathic, or mainly the amensalism relationship. Okay, mainly the amensalism. In that actually the, for example, if you take the eucalyptus, now there is a prominent example. The eucalyptus, now that will be like if you grow the like eucalyptus, some other crops, now the eucalyptus will not get have any either neither get benefit nor get affected, but the crop which is growing in and around the like eucalyptus, that will be negatively affected. Okay, that is a 0 is for the like eucalyptus, and minus is for the crop which is growing in and around that one. That will, those crop will be get affected. Okay, so the mycorrhizal association, it belongs to the plus plus interaction. Okay, that is one of the very good example. So next one is a very simple question. The lignotubers are found in which of the following trees? Okay, so that is actually found in the eucalyptus, where actually we will going to have the swelling and the base of the stem. Okay, so that's the one thing you need to remember. That's the answer is lignotube, eucalyptus. Okay, so next one, very important question. Some of the plants are so which of the following species are comes under your the monoecious? Okay, so monoecious means the both male and the female flower which are which is there in the single plant. Okay, so that is actually mainly your the pinus species as well as the Abies pendra species. Okay, so that is one of the very important question. And rest of the things now like citrus deodar, rest of the species, citrus deodar, salix species as well as the diasporas. Now these are all comes under your dioecious plant, where the female is on the one plant and the male is on the another plant. Okay, so this is one thing you need to remember. Okay, please remember some of the very important question, so there is a high chance to ask in your exam also. Okay, next one is called as a which of the following, yeah, this is actually one thing. Yeah, so which of the following species are pollinated by the bats? Okay, so as most of you are aware that this pollination, bats are one of the important species in our in our ecosystem. So they play this important role in pollination of the Anthocephalus species as well as the Oroxylon species. Okay, and please remember this was a question. Okay, not this question, but there is a related to the pollination. No? They generally they are going to ask you the one question. Okay, and coniferous now it is dispersed by the wind. Okay, and sal, teak, sisu, these are dispersed by the like insect, from that insect. Butia and as well as the erythrina, these are all actually dispersed by the birds. Not dis no, sorry, not dispersion, dispersing agent. These are the pollinating agents. Okay, coniferous is pollinated by the wind. Shoria robusta, teak, sisu, they are pollinated by the insects. Butia and erythrina, they are pollinated by the birds. Okay, these are all actually very important. Okay, yeah. Now another question is the question number 13. The tree which forms the uppermost leaf canopy and their leading shoots are free. Okay, you can see here the uppermost leaf canopy and whatever the leading shoots, no, they are free. They do not touch the other species. Okay, that is actually your dominant. Okay, please remember it's very important. Don't confuse with the dominated as well as the dominant one. Okay, so dominant, there is one of the highest. Okay, uppermost leaf canopy, and suppressed, there is actually some kind of a like disease and everything will be there. And that's the one thing you need to remember. Okay, so please remember the whatever the ratio I have given now, like 5/6, 3/4, and all those things. Okay, so that if you read if you read one or two times now, that will be easy for you to remember. Okay, that's the one thing. Yeah, next another type of a question that is called as a like classification related to your the classification of forest. A dash is a forest which is composed of almost entirely of one species. Okay, so usually to the extent of not less than 80%. Okay, so that is actually a very important question. So that is actually called as a pure forest. Okay, if you want to define any forest now, so there must be more than 80%, there will be a single species. Okay, so then only we can call it that that species as a that forest is a the pure forest. Okay, so that is the one thing. These are all very simple things. I think most of your read in the first year or in the second semester of your in your BSc program. Okay, so that's the one thing. So the answer is B here. Yeah. So now we are moving to the. So till now we have covered the I think five important portion. Okay. So one we have covered the natural regeneration. After that one we have covered the plant succession. After that we have prominently we have covered this the one of the very important portion, that is the tending operation we have covered, and also we have covered the some of the afforestation for the like adverse sites we have covered, and also we have covered the portion related to uh, like basic forestry. Okay, So we have covered the five major important portion. Okay, these are all one of the they're all actually very very important. If you read one or two times, we will be your conceptual clarity will be very very high. Okay, so now we will move to the another very important chapter uh, in your silviculture. That is the forest types. Okay, so in the forest types, now there was generally we can expect the one or two questions. Okay, that is a one thing. So generally we can one or two questions are expected from the forest types. Okay, but in the last no last in last net exam, so there was a almost I can say 4 to 5 questions from the forest types itself. Okay, they have given the like 1C. Okay, 1C, the which belongs to which type of forest and all those things. Okay, and also there is a very high chances to ask the like species distribution. Okay, for example, they may going to ask the tropical deciduous forest, like not tropical deciduous forest. Will give me the give the example for the tropical deciduous forest, or you can say swamp forest. Okay, like this they're going to ask you examples as well as the like major classification. Okay, so that's the one thing we need to we will going to read the forest types. Okay, yeah. So next actually, what is the simple meaning of the forest types? Will be end. Okay. Uh, yeah. So the one of the you can say in the Zoom meeting now we can able to conduct the class only for 40 minutes. Okay. What we can do? Just a minute. Mm, yeah. So we will going to conduct this class now till whatever the 9 minutes which is left now. We're going to cover, and the rest of the class now we will going to do in the tomorrow. Okay. So the in the forest types now, what is actually simple meaning of the forest types? Okay, it's a forest types. It's a category of the forest. Okay. So we will going to maintain. We will going to make the categorization. Okay, with reference to geographical location, the climatic condition, edaphic condition, and as well as the species composition, and as well as the condition. Based upon these condition, we will going to demarcate, or we will going to categorize the whether it belongs to the tropical deciduous, tropical moist deciduous, or it's alpine forest, or it's maybe littoral and swamp. So that's a kind of a categorization based upon the these are all the several factors. Okay. So then what is the basis for the classification in the Indian context? Okay, one is called a physiognomy. This is very very important. The physiognomy is actually the mainly the it's a general appearance of a forest. Okay, so you are going to one particular forest, it looks like a evergreen forest. Okay, so if you take the data for a period of time, so you can declare that as a it belongs to the evergreen forest. Or if you are in the tropical belt, you will going to declare that as a the tropical evergreen forest. Okay, that is actually your physiognomy, general appearance. If it is if it is a leafless in a particular period, no, you can declare that as a dry deciduous, or in the or as a marsh deciduous. Okay, there is a general appearance of a forest as well as seasonal changes. Whatever the leafless and whatever things, no, that will comes under your the seasonal changes. Okay, that is actually comes under your the physiognomy. Please remember the definition of the physiognomy. Okay, there is a general appearance of a forest. Okay, that's the one thing. And next one is called next basis is the structure. Structure means mainly we are going to focus upon the stratification. If you see the tropical forest, no, generally there will be the 4 to 5 strata will be there. Okay, upper strata, then there will be a lesser height, and like this you will going to find the at least 4 to 5 strata will be witnessed in the tropical condition. And again, if you go to the thorn forest, no, you will going to witness only the like one story. Okay, one type of okay only one story you will going to witness in the tropical thorn forest. Okay, that is actually the stratification. That is also one of the basis for the classification of the forest. Okay, and also the functions. Okay, whether it is having the like it is going to give the production function as, or it may be going to give the protection function, no? That is also there is one of the basis for the classification of the forest types. Next one is called the floristic diversity. Okay, so for example, if there is a higher dipterocarpus species, dipterocarpus species like dipterocarpus indica and all this, no, that is actually comes under your evergreen patches. Okay, so based upon the floristic condition, as well as the species diversity, we will going to identify some of the key species, no? Based upon also that is also one of the basis for like classification. So in the floristic now we will going to have the species diversity. Okay. So for example, if you go to the tropical forest now, there actually the species diversity will be very high. There's a they can call it a dense forest and all those. Okay. So that is also one of the basis for the classification. There is a the floristic. The next one is called the dynamics. So dynamics ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, so how that forest, okay, how the tropical forest having the interaction with the that particular site condition. Okay, how whether they are whether there is a succession which is going to happen, or whether it is in a climax stage, or it is in a subclimax stage, or whether it is in a like pre-climax, post, how that vegetation that is actually influencing the site and everything. Okay, that is actually the interaction between the trees as well as the that particular site, that is actually comes under your dynamics. Okay, apart from this one, there is another can say basis that's called the past event. Okay, there is a history. Okay, how the forest in the earlier period, and what is in the existing and also. Okay, that is also one of the basis for the classification of the forest. Okay, so these are all actually one of the very very important that may go, they're not going to ask you the basis for classification, but if they ask now, generally the question will be like a B, C, D, and the options will be A, B, C, D, and in the D, no, generally they are going to give the all of these. Okay, but there is a very high chances to ask this definition, forest type definition, as well as the definition of the physiognomy. Okay, please remember this thing. Okay, that's the one thing. So next one is called as, there are actually different classification have been the I can say there was an attempt made by the various scientists to classify the forest. Okay, so in that one there were Forsberg and the Webb, they were the scientists. So they classified the forest based on the vegetation they have classified, but no need to worry about the what are the types of classification they did, but they have given they took the vegetation basis for the classification. And next classification classification based upon the climate. Okay, in that they, some of the scientists like Schimper, Mayer, Hoopen, and the Schanbach. Okay, these scientists know what are the scientists know, they took the climate is the basis for the classification. For example, if you take the Schimper now, in the 1898 he took the temperature zone as a temperature zone as well as the moisture condition, that is basis for the classification. And if you see the Mayer no, so he took the temperature zone of the latitude as well as the altitude no, he took that is a basis. And the Cooper no, he took the temperature of the hottest month as well as the temperature of the coldest month basis for the classification. And also he took the relative rainfall of the wettest month as well as the driest month, and a season of the rainfall. He took the various, you can say like climate parameters to classify the forest. Apart from this one, he also like another scientist, Sean Bog. So he took the thermodynamic principle, the variation of temperature and all those things. No, he took that as a basis for the classification. In the last one, no, these are all actually comes under your like climate as a base for the classification. And rest of the things, no, the classification, one of the prominent, I can say, the accepted classification in the India, no, that is actually the classification based upon the ecosystem that was actually given by the Champion and Seth. Okay, Champion and Seth. Okay, so this one, no, we will going to take up this in the next class. Okay, so because actually we can able to conduct the meeting only for what is called 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Okay, that actually we will going to have a session in the tomorrow morning. Okay. Uh, uh, Okay, then we will meet you. We will meet tomorrow morning. Okay. So I think I will going to. We will have a session at tomorrow 9:30. Is it okay? Is there any class for the Panampete students? Abhinami, do you have any class at 9:30 tomorrow morning? Can anyone respond from Panampet? Gayatri,
Yes, yes, sir. We have class, sir.
you have class.
Yes, sir.
Okay. From can I know the timing?
So from 9:30 to 4:30, sir.
9:30 to 4:30.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. We'll see. Okay, I'll going to we'll discuss and I'll going to share the schedule and everything. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you then. Huh. Good night.